Mint Stake Share. MSS is now on Mr. Fi's radar. However, this is the only video I'm going to drop about MSS for the time being. I have no stake in the game. However, it is a follow-up on Drip. And I know a lot of you guys in the Drip network are following up and checking into the Mint Stake Share. So I just want to drop this video just to keep you guys keenly aware, to let you know who it's for and who it's not for. We're going to get into some things in this video, look at the documentation, discuss some things, and bring to light things that you are not going to get in the echo chamber that's shared by the owner or the developer and the influencers. So let's get into it. All right, guys, it's been a minute since I've done any other videos in the DeFi space. However, I stumbled across some information to bring light onto the Mint Stake Share, because it is similar to Drip. It is bringing in a lot of members that used to be in Drip, and there are some systems in place in this particular protocol that are better than Drip, and some that are actually worse than Drip. But I came across this because of a comment that someone left on Drip Coach's channel, where he dropped this video here, Why Bitcoin is the Future. And someone asked, please do MSS. This is how I first discovered about this MSS. I'm like, what is MSS? Because Drip Coach replied and said, just watch any of the other RO dapp videos over the past 2 years, and you will figure out what the future of MSS will be. So, guys, you know that you are investing in an ROI dapp. You know that this is a high-risk platform. And let me share with you guys, if you are coming into this system and you are only dropping in $10, $20, $50 or something like that, you might as well say goodbye to your money, okay? You will not be able to compete with the other people that are putting in higher amounts. You will not be able to compete with those that get in early. You will not be able to compete with influencers. Okay, so in this video, I am going to break down some of the documentation that's been presented and kind of bring to light how it's going to affect you as an investor in this type of protocol. I believe the guy, this Aaron guy that came in, is sincere. He really did want to come off of Drip and create a more sustainable platform, because that's obvious in some of the documentation I've seen. However, I'm always looking out for us as investors. I myself will not participate in this protocol at all. However, I am going to share with you guys some information that you need to be aware of, that you will not hear in the echo chamber or from the influencers that are promoting this project to you. Okay, so let's jump over to the documentation. And in this Mint Stake Share, we see experience a new approach to token distribution. There are some things new. There are some things that are not so new. But let's check this out. Over our staking platform rewards compounding over collecting. Now, this is certainly true, but this was true for all of Forex Sharks programs and all of the other RO dapps you will see. You will always be rewarded for compounding over taking money out of the system. Well, in this system, you have to do that in order to make any gains, right? If you stake any of your tokens and you're taking out 1% a day, it's going to take you 100 days just to get out what you put in, and you're going to get out less because of the taxes that you paid, right? So it's really not interesting to just put money into the system and stake it just to take it out, right? So there will have to be some form of compounding. However, what everyone is going to promote to you, from the owner to the influencers, is they're going to say compound, 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 compound. And they're going to get you compounding for years to come. As long as they can get you compounding and not taking money out of the system, that leaves money for the whales, those that are actually capitalizing from the system to extract your capital. And if you come in with a little $50 or $100 deposit and keep trying to grow that to $1,000, you're going to end up in the same position that you did in the other ROI dapps, where your money is going to be gone. Okay, so if you choose to come into this platform and start staking your tokens, be cautious, be aware, get out as soon as you can, put whatever money you can in, try to get some type of profit out of it, and then get out as early as possible. But again, if you're putting in a small amount, that's going to be very difficult to do. So don't even waste your time, guys. Okay. It's also backed by a fair and generous referral system. Now, you guys know from, I don't know if you listened to me or not, when I came out about drip and exposing the things and issues that were wrong with drip, the key thing was a referral system. Okay. So what you are essentially doing when you register under somebody else using their referral link, you are feeding them money out of the very system that you were trying to get money from. Look at this system, any ROI dapp, as a game that you are competing with every other player, every other investor. So why in the world would you want to give someone else an advantage over you? So you never, ever use a referral system. Because if you do this, and a lot of you guys did this in the drip community, you will essentially give your money away to the influencers, period, point blank. And you guys may want to go out and check out some of my old videos. The first video I posted, it started exposing what was going on in Forex Shark systems a year before. Nothing, it just came to nothing, right? So I started dropping this to inform you guys in the community of the risk, what was happening, and what the result would be if you guys kept following after these influencers and giving them all your money. And here we are today, over a year later, and you see that that has certainly manifested and played out. So don't fall for the same thing in this mint stake share system. Go out to check out some of my old videos, because this is very informative and it will give you strategies on how to use mint stake share for your own benefit, where you're not rewarding influencers, but better yet, self-refer. Create you 2-3 wallets and refer yourself under those wallets, so you are benefiting to the maximum in this system. Okay. So let's jump on. Let's see, this unique reward fuse growth. Yep, that's what referrals do. They do growth. But again, this is nothing more than a Ponzi scheme, guys. Someone is always going to have to put in money for others to take out, and a lot of people are going to lose. Okay, so be careful, guys. Let's look at the minting process. Mint Stake Share introduces a groundbreaking token minting system designed with 3 core principles in mind. Everyone has equal access with 100% fairness. No developer tokens are reserved. That's a good thing. Tokens can be minted indefinitely, where the minting price increases as the total supply grows. Well, that's good. 75% of all BNB received from mints is instantly added to liquidity, ensuring price stability over time. That's good. So the question I have here, it may have been answered somewhere else, but the question I immediately have is, if the price of minting grows as the supply grows, does the supply ever decrease? I noticed there's some information about going to some dead wallets, a dead wallet address or something like that. But does that decrease the supply? Because if that does not decrease the supply and it's just swapping all the time, then the price of minting will always be high, but you can always swap. So this wouldn't necessarily maintain price stability or maintain stability in the system. I don't know. I'm not looking into that in great detail right now. I'm just doing a quick overview to share facts with you guys. Okay. If you want me to do a deep dive on this, just like this guy asked Drip Coach, I'll certainly do that, but it will not be free. If you are interested in something like this, me, Drip Coach is on the team as well. Head out to Digital Crypto Solutions, go down to the contact us. If you want us to do a deep dive on that, we can discuss it, and there will be a cost associated with that. All right, but back to this, let's jump over to the staking aspect of it. Now, if you compound, you are definitely rewarded 2% daily rate. All right, now, this is much better than 1% daily rate by withdrawing or taking out, collecting, or whatever the case is. However, what this is doing, guys, it is dramatically increasing the amount of obligations that the system has to pay out. By compounding, you are not introducing any new capital into the system. Yet, by doing this, and they request that you do it on a regular basis, you are essentially adding on to the platform's liability. Okay. And that in turn will decrease the price or make it completely unsustainable. Okay. So it's just a matter of time. And who knows how quickly or how long this time will take. That's going to depend on the whales that are coming into the system. And we're going to take a quick look into that later, talking about whales. All right. You may compound or collect as often as you like. Of course, that's with any other system. Notice also the updates. This is not the type of system that you can just put some money in, forget about it, and come back later and say, okay, yes, I've made a profit. So you pretty much have to continue to come into the system at least once a week to either compound or withdraw just to maintain money coming into the system or being rewarded on this 2% or 1%. That to me is work. You shouldn't have to work a system unless you just enjoy coming out and looking at it. But just like similar to Drip, hey, you got to do the same thing here. Okay. All right, let's jump over to the sharing aspect. This is talking about, again, the referral system, guys. And I am going to demonstrate or give you guys something to consider when doing this referral system. Okay. There are two types of referrals that you get, one from minting and one from staking. Now, personally, if I was entertaining myself to get into this system, I would not stake at all. Okay. One thing I've told you guys in the past, it is never a good idea to stake or put 100% of all your money, have it locked up in the system, because essentially when you stake, that's what you're doing. You're giving them that complete stake and you are having to wait to receive that back at a pace of 1% a day. Okay. And then you have to compete with compounding. So it's certainly going to take you much longer than 100 days to get out your full investment. So you guys consider that when you consider staking, because this is where the compounding and the withdrawing comes in. Your money will be locked up, and you don't want to lock up your money in a system, in a token like this, that can quickly depreciate in value as it was with drip. You guys remember when drip went below one cent, a lot of you still had a lot of drip that you were sitting on that you could not withdraw, right? Because it was locked up. So don't fall for this, guys. If you do, hey, that's at your own risk, okay? Now, when it comes to the minting referrals, if I entertain doing this, this would be my strategy, because the referral rewards are offered at 5% in BNB, 2.5% in BNB for a second level, and 1.25% for a third level. So what does this mean, guys? Strategically, I would not sign up under an influencer's referral link, because again, what you're doing is giving them more money that you could be pocketing for yourself. Okay, if you want to give away some money, give it to me, right? Because I'm sharing with you what the real deal is about these platforms and not trying to juice you out of your money, right? But in this scenario, I would essentially create 4 wallets. I would create wallet number 1, might put $1 out there, get me some MSS for $1. Wallet number 2, wallet number 3, and wallet number 4. With wallet number 1, I would have that $1 in there. Wallet number 2, I'd have $1 in there. Wallet number 3, I'd have $1 in there. And I would, once I create wallet number 1, I would create a referral link and use that referral link for wallet number 2. Once I have wallet number 2, I would use that referral link and create wallet number 3. Once I have wallet number 3, I would use that referral link and create wallet number 4. Now, it is in wallet number 4 that I would fund the wallet by like $1,000. If I had $1,000 to invest, I'll put $1,000 in there. And by doing that, what is happening to wallet number 1, 2, and 3? Well, my wallet number 1 is going to get 1.25% of that $1,000 minting. Okay. My wallet number 2 is going to get 2.5%, and that wallet number 3 is going to get 5%. So I will essentially be getting what, about 8% or something like that. That's or 9%. So I would essentially get 9% of that $1,000, which is $90 going into my wallet, my total wallet, right? And that's free money that's going into my own pocket and that I'm not freely giving away to an influencer. So again, the strategy of referrals is going to be gauged against the community. If everyone does not participate in this type of strategic referring, where they refer themselves, then it's going to turn out where the influencers are going to be receiving a lot more capital than you are, and they're going to be able to extract this capital out of the system. Here they will be getting BNB, right? However, it's likely that they'll take that BNB and put it right back into the system and continue to grow their bags, because for them, it's free money. Okay. So we never want to do that. Now, as opposed to these ROI dapps, guys, and particularly for you guys that are having like small deposits, I've already shared with you guys some information about the Bitcoin wallets, and they are yielding out for people. And it is designed whether you have a large amount of money or a small amount of money. And I'm going to give you an example, because today I realized that the poor man's wallet that I created here on this high yield BTC platform, this is the layout. And back in March 27th, and we are currently September 14th. So let's just count that as 6 months, 180 days, or whatever case is. I want you guys to notice that I made a deposit, and all of the information here is verifiable on the blockchain. If you look at this, click on that link, It'll take you straight to the mempool, shows you the transaction, shows you how much money came in and everything. There's the transaction right there. Okay, came into that wallet. So notice that I deposited 0.0007 Bitcoin about 6 months ago. Okay, and the value of that at the time was $41.83. Okay, just with that deposit, guys, today I can withdraw about that same amount. And keep in mind, this is in Bitcoin, not in a crappy token that could plummet to zero by this time tomorrow, right? This is in Bitcoin. But in addition to that, once I put that investment in, I used it in the marketplace to purchase more credits at a discount. Keeping in mind that credits convert into Bitcoin at a 1-to-1 ratio. So at this stage of the game, 9 months, well, 6 months later, I have an equivalent of what, close to $140 something, $135 or something like that, right? With just a single $41 investment. And guess what? I did not have to come out here every day or every week to compound or purchase anything, right? These credits are going to convert into Bitcoin whether I log into the system or not. Now, when you have greater participation, they might convert at a greater pace, but nevertheless, that is not a requirement. And now that I'm here at this stage of the game, I really set up this wallet to just continue to grow it because I wanted to put in a single deposit and just use this for years to come and allow this to grow out. So I'm going to do the same thing that I have been doing and going out to the marketplace and seeing what credits are available and purchasing them. So I have $41 worth of Bitcoin sitting right here that I'm just going to buy more credits because I'm buying 0.0002 credits, which will convert into Bitcoin at a price of 0.000183 Bitcoin. So I'm using my Bitcoin to buy Bitcoin at a discount. So I'm going to just snatch up these really quickly and let you guys see that this is pretty much all it is to the system. And the system is able to pay out not solely through money coming into the system like an ROI dapp would be, right? This is using transaction fees. So even as I'm coming out here and making these purchases, all the purchases went away because I no longer have any Bitcoin. If I want to see what other offers are available, I'll increase that amount, the purchase price right there, and it'll show me other offers that are available. But I'm essentially buying Bitcoin at a discount rate, right? And if I come back over to the dashboard, of course, now all of my money is in credits. Will I have to wait for these credits to convert? Of course. But guess what? As they convert, they're converting into what? Bitcoin. I don't care if it takes a year for this to convert because I know Bitcoin is still going to be a valuable token, a valuable asset, as opposed to drip, elephant money, or this MSS token. We don't know what's going to happen with those, but considering it's an ROI dapp, more than likely they will plummet to zero in a matter of time. All right, guys, that's all I have for you in this video. Again, if you want us to do a deep dive and really get into the guts of what's happening in the world of MSS, we can do that. I do want to show you guys another quick thing that I forgot to mention, and that is the possibility of whales coming in. Now, the developer did not put a whales tax on this thing, so whales are free to come out here, dump on the community, and, just like anything else, hey, no big problem. However, I think he mentioned in one of his AMAs or something that that no one out there has 1%. So if you go out there to the BSC chain, you'll see, of course, nobody is out there with sitting on 1% at any given time. However, if you actually come out here and look at Dex Screener, it'll kind of give you an idea. I'm going to just do a search on 5,000. Let's see prices for transactions that happen at 5,000. Understand, guys, that when you see transactions grouped together. We can see here the maker uh, of some of these are the same. We can see transactions that occurred, like huge transactions at similar times. So you have two here that happen around the same time. You have two here that happen around the same time. You have two here that happen around the same time, two here that happen around the same time. And you look at these amounts. And all you got to do, guys, is kind of go through these, consider the maker wallet that they came from, and also when you see amounts like this transacted around the same time. This will give you an idea of who whales can be, because you can be a whale sitting on 50 wallets, right? And you're using all of those 50 wallets to disguise the fact that you yourself are a whale. The developer can do it. We know influencers will do it. So this is very deceptive, guys. So when they talking about, hey, there are no whales in the system, look, there's nobody holding over 1%. Well, that's not necessarily the case, right? Do not take that as at face value. Again, it's information like this that we will be doing deep dives on and be able to share with you should you want us to do this service. I'm not too particular about following up on anything like that, but we do provide that service because it actually helps go to fund these very wallets here. So there's so much that goes into this to keep this active. There's so many streams of income that comes into this to keep it active, so that you never have to worry about a token going to zero or a system not paying out. All right, guys, that's all I got for you in this one, and we will holla on the next one. Peace out.